Hello.
This is
We're
Linda
back.
and JC from ALTA Fitness. We're here today for episode 17, where we're going to talk about being healthy and fit during the festive season. So we've probably already done something like this before. We know we've written about it many times. But today what we're going to do is just, update you. It is the silly season, as we call it here in Melbourne.
Yeah, and it's cold, so we're wearing our puffy jackets.
Yeah, it's supposed to be summer, but it's not so good today. And I'm going to start with JC. You can take it any way you want today because it's just us. We're not interviewing anybody.
We're
it's
interviewing ourselves.
We are.
Yes.
Well, we're just talking.
Yes. Well, so the festival season is quite. It can be a few weeks or up to a month of time off away from work, having drinks. We're allowed to have drinks or food or dinner parties with people now. So everything's starting to open up again. So I think everybody's really desperate to have a dinner party and get together and get out a bit more. And just speaking with a few of our clients and some of our employees and some people that we've spoken to on the internet, that people are getting a bit run down from the desperation to interact with more people.
Yeah. Well, it's a busy time for us. Usually in Melbourne, the idea is that, it's end of year parties because we classify as an end of year. And it's also meeting up with family and friends to catch up for that last drink or picnic with your friends and families before the new year start. And for us, usually what we do is everyone vacates Melbourne. Yeah. We all head off. We go down to the beach. We head up to the mountains. We travel interstate or overseas. Not so much these days, but overseas to catch up with family and friends, travel. And so for us, it's a bit of a mass exodus. But as we know, it's also a time where we're eating a lot of different foods because we're celebrating with people. And we also are going into that summer mode. So we change our fitness slightly. But sometimes that's a good thing because, we all need a break and we need to do something different. But however,
it can be seen as a time of renew, like the New Year's resolutions, but you don't have to have a resolution per se.
No.
Waiting for January 1st, you can do little things just for the next few weeks or a month to keep yourself on a good track.
Yeah. So like I like to say, I was just actually writing an article for our ALTA update talking about this festive season. And one of the things like we do, so just to share a little bit about what we do when we go on holidays, we do like to exercise. But it's not necessarily we're going out to exercise, but it's just keeping moving and it's trying different things. So a couple of things we're going to do this year is we're heading down to Torquay, which is a lovely spot in the world with a beautiful surf beach. So
we're going to take our tennis rackets and our bicycles and skateboards.
Well, you guys are taking the skateboard. The boys are taking the skateboards. I'm not that keen to take my skateboard down there at the moment because there's no flat places. You need a nice flat. We've got those boards that,
we have longboards.
Longboards. So they need nice, slow sort of inclines, nothing too sharp, not something very flat, not with big bumps on it. No. So not always
it's like snowboarding on the road. So.
Yeah.
We do.
But we like to start our day with getting up early. So keep the ritual going, get up with the circadian rhythms and, you see the sunlight and we often go for a walk first, head down to the beach, down to our favorite cafe called the Salty Dog, I think it's called.
So this leads into tip number 1.
Yes, it does.
It's the circadian rhythms because it's usually the light is coming if you're here in southern hemisphere, so it's going to be light earlier, and the body natural clock when you want to get a bit of sunlight straight away in the morning, and that will set your circadian rhythms on a good note rather than sleeping in and closing your eyes and closing the curtain and then getting up later, which tends to happen on these holiday times. If you can get some sun early, it's not only good for the immune system, good for your eyesight, but for overall sleep. You'll have better sleep later at night.
I don't know whether you've noticed, because I certainly have, that now that we're getting up in the morning and it's light, and it gets light around about 5:15, 5:30, which is really lovely because I'm just naturally waking up, even if it's not the normal time. So I do have to get up at 5:15 most mornings a week for clients at 6. But if I've got to sleep in and don't have to get up till 7, I'm still waking up because our room is getting lighter. And so I feel
sort of automatic.
such a nicer way to wake up than that blaring alarm.
Yeah,
Way
or get up
nicer.
and it's dark. And
Yeah. So, yes, and then what we do after we've been to the Salty Dog and got our coffee, then we go for a walk run or a run, but mostly a walk run for me because I like to walk and run. And that just sets us up beautifully for the day, doesn't it? And then get back, and then we do have to wake our kids up. Sometimes they come with us, sometimes they don't.
Teenagers.
Teenagers.
Yeah.
And then we're ready to start the day. We feel like we've moved.
So
Got a few steps in.
That's tip number 2.
Yes.
Is what we call a fasted exercise. So first in the morning, you wake up with the sun and the circadian rhythms, and make sure you have some water. Water's quite important after a long sleep.
With some apple cider vinegar.
Apple cider vinegar. Just
and maybe some colloidal minerals from changing habits.
So that's tip number 1.5. Some apple cider vinegar. We can explain that a little bit later, why that's so good. But fasted exercise. So if you're moving in the morning without any food in your system, and you're doing some low-level activity for 20-30 minutes, like a fast walk, it's good for your liver and getting the fatty acids moving in through your system, getting liver functioning, and setting up your pH in your body to a more normal level. Because when we sleep, or if we had too many champagnes at night, our pH is out of whack, and that's not a good thing. And having coffee straight away is not good either. They say that you should not have anything except for water for at least an hour after waking.
Well, that's our ritual, isn't it?
Yeah.
So take a step back there, get up in the morning, get ready, have 2 big glasses of water. I have the 250 mils with the apple cider vinegar and the colloidal minerals, and I chug down another 250 mils. That is the beginning of my day every single day.
And I've noticed when I've rushed out of here, forgot that part, and then got to work and had a quick coffee, and I feel it makes I feel terrible.
Not hydrated enough.
No,
Yeah.
but if I have all the water and the apple cider vinegar and the minerals, then have the coffee, it's like, oh, okay, feel much better.
Yeah. So then we get on to whether we have breakfast or not. Sometimes we have breakfast, sometimes we don't. I'm not a big breakfast eater. I don't have to feel the need for breakfast. My daughter would have to eat breakfast. She can't start without it.
Or our son, doesn't matter.
It doesn't really matter either. And then we sort of go, okay, so what are we going to do for the day? And that's where we go, well, we don't plan it. We tend to take it by ear, though we know, we're down the beach, obviously. We're away. So, are we heading down to the beach, or are we going to play tennis, or we've got our mountain bikes down there this year as well. So we take stuff with us that we'll do. So that's almost like
we're not taking
3.
The cats, though. The cats have to go to the cat prison.
No, this is Tic Tac, by the way. So point number 3, take stuff away with you. If you're going to go away, put the bike on the roof, put a skateboard in,
some toys.
Yeah, take toys, a ball.
Frisbee.
Even if you're an adult, you can take your football in our case, or your soccer ball, or something like that. Take activities with you, because if they're there, you'll use them. If you don't have them, you'll go, I'll just go for that walk again.
Yeah.
Whereas you've got something that keeps you a little bit more active, especially having a ball. We always take a a football with us as well, because our daughter plays. And you can just be walking along and you're handballing to each other. And
that's tip number
3.
3 is activities, and especially with throwing a ball. As we get older, those skills of catching a ball and tracking it with your eyes, and you start to lose it quite quickly as you get older. So it's important to keep those skills up, because it enhances your driving. You'll be able to read, and if there's lots of research in enhancing your driving skills through playing catch with a ball. You just have that visual ability to track a ball.
Well, let's talk about the exercise we often do at the gym. So one of the first things we do, so anyone can do this. It doesn't matter your age, and you can do it by yourself if you've got a tennis ball, or you could do it with a friend if you've got a tennis ball, a football, or whatever. And we stand, don't we? Looking towards each other, throwing the ball. Just throwing back and forth. And then if the ball's small enough, and this again, if it's a wall, you're just throwing the ball back. Then you might change hands. and then we do one leg. So
Stand
standing on one leg,
yeah.
throwing the ball. Then you change to the other leg. So again, it's working on your balance. And if you feel like you're going to topple over, you can always put your toe on the floor.
Yep.
No big deal. And then we actually do one leg, one eye. Throw the ball to each other. Then we do change legs, change eyes, and there you go. Voila. That's a great little
And
exercise.
if you're really skilled, you can close your eyes.
Yes, not both of you close your eyes, but
Yeah.
one can close eyes and hold it. And that's a sensory
Using the force.
pathways.
Yes.
Yeah, you feel it, and it's like sort of puts you off. And then apparently that's what it does. It turns on your neurological pathways and sort of helps you with your wider vision.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yes.
So there you go.
Okay.
You didn't really have to demonstrate.
Make sure we're putting that on our list.
Yes.
Do it every day at the Salty Dog.
At the Salty Dog. Okay.
Yes.
So now we're going to take a ball with us on our walk as well.
Yeah.
I'll talk about thinking ball with the kids later on.
Yeah.
Because I like doing it with the kids because that gets them a little bit more active. And when we've got a ball, you're often just off and running. You're chasing after the ball. You're laughing because you're.
Our kids will actually come with us for a walk if we have a ball.
Yes. That's another good point.
Yeah.
Yes. And other activities, the things like, well, what we do anyway, like this year we're taking down our tennis racket just because we've started tennis. But I know there's many, many people out there that play tennis when they were younger, or they say, I used to play tennis. Take it down there. Go have a hit with your family. I mean, it's a bit of a laugh, even if you're not very good. And if you are good, get a competition going within the family. Maybe we should try that this year. So we won't do very well.
Lose. But on tip number 5 for the holiday team, you don't have to set a specific goal unless you really want to. But if you sort of wing it day by day, let's see what the weather does, how we feel, and you can have a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
And you know what we often do? We go to the gym. We go to summer gym, and we might even organise a personal trainer for ourselves. It never hurts for someone else to push us and see what other people are doing, or just realising that, hey, we're really good at what we do, because that was a pretty crap session. But that it's really good to do that, because one, you just go into a different atmosphere. Most places when you're away have casual, so there's no pressure to join. You can just pay $25 for the hour or something, or a class. Yeah, go and enjoy it. Do something different. We often do yoga.
Yeah,
I love doing yoga when I'm away.
Last time we went away, we did body
bar,
a body bar booty. We did the booty class.
Yeah, and that was hard.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The next day my butt was really sore. But it just goes to show.
And a lot of times when we've gone overseas, we went to a gym and just used machines. So at our gym, we do a lot of functional movement stuff, and we don't have any machines per se. And so when we go to the States, we just use machines just for something different.
Just for fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
For our fun. That's where I guess we're a bit crazy. Well, let's go to the gym for fun.
Yeah, that's right. So my other thing on that too was trying different things. Definitely trying different things, and don't ever be afraid. Who's there to see you? Like, it's one of those things. Just give it a go. If you don't like it, you don't ever have to go back and do it again. That's my theory too.
No, one client, they're going to get good at push-ups. They're going to, like one of our challenges when we're in the lockdowns, that we did the push-up challenge. Well, for their holiday challenge, they're going to start at 1 push-up a day and then add 2 and a 3 all the way to into January.
Yep. And I've left clients with a few little notes saying, okay, so by the time you come back, you'll be telling me that you've done 30 squats every day. So I also give a little bit of homework, so you can give yourself some homework. Yeah. Give yourself a challenge. Maybe I should do the push-up one too.
Yeah. Yes. On that note, a few clients asked for a homework or a holiday challenge program that we've written for them. So if you're interested, please contact us, and we can create a bit of a program for you that's quite simple. You don't need a lot of equipment or no equipment at all.
Yeah. And actually, I always forget. You can make comments, and we've got 2 comments here. We've actually heard from someone. I don't know what it says though. That's definitely not someone that we know.
No, fair enough.
I like to say, that's someone scamming, I think.
Spam, somebody.
But if you do have any questions while you're listening to this, or even if you're watching it later on Facebook or on YouTube, just put in the comments. We'll get back to you and answer any questions that you may have, or give you any ideas that if you're feeling stuck for them. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And now through diet, food.
Yes, food. Big one. Only big because we're going to enjoy the holiday season. There's going to be times where we're going to be at places that we don't have the food that we normally have. But one for me, particularly because I lost some weight last year and I want to keep that off, and I know how hard it is to take off weight, is that I just continue to eat as I do at home. I just don't think, because I'm away, I'll just go and buy out and have lunch out every day, or start eating bread because it's the holidays and I can.
Eat
I
fried
still
foods.
I still on the holidays will make us some chicken and salad for lunch. And you've got time. You've got more time. And you've got more time to be a little bit more creative, perhaps, with your salads and your cooking.
This is a good time to take one of those cookbooks that's in your pantry that's been sitting there not being used, and take it with you. This is a really good time to go, okay, I'm going to try
try new recipes.
Some nice, healthy recipes.
It's
a lot cheaper. Some of the restaurants, the prices have gone crazy high. This is a good time to go, all right, let's make some nice food for the family or for myself, and be a bit more creative.
So be mindful, because there's no doubt that if you start having takeaways and there's actually a bit of a theory that if you do have a day where you go, okay, I'm just going to eat whatever I want, say for Christmas Day, what happens is that you go, okay, I'm just going to do that for the one day. But your body then goes the next day, oh, there's that last piece of pie, or there's that last piece of pudding. I might just have that today. That's okay, because tomorrow I won't. But then what your body then starts to do.
It's a slippery slope.
It's a terribly slippery slope, because I've done it myself. And the next thing you know, it was all you to go down for a walk at night time and you get an ice cream, and the next night you do it, the next night you do it. And all of a sudden, every night you're craving an ice cream. So just keep to eating well. Be really mindful.
Mindful of any kind of processed food, like especially fried food with those bad oils. It's just it is not good in the short term or the long term.
So for all the efforts that you've made this year, whether you have or haven't, but for all the efforts you've made this year, don't ruin it by 2 weeks. I don't know how many times people say, oh, I had a great time, I had a lovely time, but drank too much and I ate too much. And, then they've got 2 or 3 kilos to lose. And, 2 or 3 kilos to lose means that when you come back, you need to be good for like 2 or 3 months. So why not just keep maintaining what you do here, do what you do well when you're eating, and then you don't have to worry about that at the end. Really, that's my advice. I don't want to go back and have to lose weight.
No.
It's too hard.
Yeah.
It really is. So the other thing I always say, stay away from processed foods as much as possible. So anything in the supermarket and you think, I'll just buy that, buttered chicken, jar, or
ice cream
or something like that. Make it yourself. Much easier if you do it yourself. It's more fun. And also, if you're going to get takeaway, go good quality takeaway. Don't go the fish and chips and the pizza.
Or if you're going to get fish and chips, get it
grilled fish. And often they have a salad,
buttered.
And get the salad with it as well. And maybe a potato cake instead of the whole minimum chips. Because one potato cake is not going to be because in the end, you've probably eaten 5 potato cakes if you let those chips sit in front of you.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, that's our cat.
Yeah.
He's got a cold.
Yeah, he's went to the vet. So it's
okay.
cold weather.
Diverting.
Yeah.
So that was number 5, I guess.
Number 5. Number 6.
Yeah.
Was Oz. Tip of my tongue. He sneezed it away.
I can do number 6. Mine is going for a walk after dinner.
Oh yes, that was it.
Yes,
because you mentioned that earlier about going for a walk after dinner.
Great minds think alike.
Yes.
Something that we do, we even do this when we're up at the snow. If we go for a walk after dinner, the kids are usually pretty keen to go for a walk with us after dinner. And I know this might sound childish, but it's so much fun. We play Tiggy. It's so silly. They always go after me because I'm by far the slowest. And in the end, JC usually,
saves you.
Yeah, saves me and tags. He comes so close that I can tag him. But seriously, it's so much fun.
And there's a scientific reason why that's good.
Oh, is there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Creates those. It not only speeds up your metabolism, but it sets up the good hormones and the digestive enzymes and the fatty acids in your system. So that your liver, again, like the morning fast, is that the liver is starting to process the fatty acids and sets you up for for the long term for a good night's sleep. So everything's starting to digest a bit more, and your temperature rises early, and then you're able to get your temperature lower as you sleep through the night. Because if you're sleeping too hot and you've had a big meal, if you had a big meal and then try to go to bed, it doesn't work. You tend to run hot, and then your temperature and heart rate are quite high, and then it takes a long time before it goes down, and then your good sleep is maybe the last bit of the morning. But if you go for a walk after eating, then you've done all that, and heart rate is coming down by the time you hit bed.
Yeah.
So there you go. So there's lots of evidence of that.
And I'm going to add in number 7 is that while we're away, we keep moving, but don't stop doing the strength and the cardio. Don't think I'm on holidays, a walk is going to be enough. Do include a little bit of strength work, because, if after 3 weeks of no activity, you will decline. We see it ourselves, if we don't go for a run for a week, we're okay. If we don't go for a run for a month, we're not okay. We're definitely seeing the difference in our stamina and endurance and whatever else. And that goes for your muscle strength as well. So
you don't have to go for running or for a bike ride or a brisk walk.
Yeah. Or you see a seat and you do 10 push-ups as you walk past.
Yeah.
Or you do some dips. Or
a lot of times what we do is go for a walk and then, there's a bench. Let's do 5 push-ups.
Yeah.
Or 5 step-ups, and then continue on.
And also, I know this all might sound, can we just go on a holiday?
And do nothing.
It's nothing. It's just no skin off your nose, as they say. That's a very Australian saying. No skin off your nose. To actually just continue, just doing a little bit, doing something. So that's what we'll be doing on our holidays. There's no doubt that every day we'll be out there. We'll be doing something. We'll be walking an awful lot. We'll walk to the shops.
Yeah, we'll have to have a rest after a holiday.
Yes, we will. No, we won't. To me, that's restful.
Yes.
There's no work. That's okay. We
Yeah.
can rest, read.
Yeah, reading. Good for the mind.
Good for the mind. Get something that's, light and easy to read, or a novel. Or if you like, for me, I'm going to read Brené Brown's Dare to Lead. That's my holiday book, as well as another novel, which I haven't decided on what that will be. That'll probably just be some thriller or something like that. But I've chosen 2 books for my holidays. You got anything you're thinking of?
Yes, I got my scientific research and strength conditioning.
Yes.
And then I have a extra credits exam at the end of the book.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So it's full-on book. And then I'll have some light reading as well.
Yeah, maybe like a bike magazine or something for you, a running magazine. That's what we always tend to get a magazine too. For each of us get a magazine.
Yeah.
That just
And
so we can lie on the couch or on the beach.
There's always in those magazines, there's these hint and tips on fitness, and it's like, we already talked about that on our Facebook Live.
Yes, that's right. True.
Interesting note that there was avocados. They're a big thing. It's like, I think we've talked about avocados, but in the news yesterday, it was all about how good avocados are. I was like, didn't we talk about that ages ago?
I'm sure we all know avocados are good, but yes,
they are
good
fat. So
they are good fats.
Good fats. So hint number.
So go up and read. Just even if you just chose one thing, the benefits of good oils. What are the good oils that you have? Go Google it.
Yeah,
it's all out there. Do some. Yeah. Try too much screen time though. We could all do with a break from screen time.
Yeah. Turn off the computer. Turn off the phone.
Yeah.
Don't turn it off just yet.
So today's not going to be as long as we usually are, but way I would like to end it off, if that's our holiday hints and tips. I think we've pretty much covered off.
Yeah, without going too crazy, and we can be really specific. If you want more information, really specific to your individual needs, please contact us, and we can talk about. Speak with you about your individual needs.
Yes.
But we've just kind of
just a general one.
General guidelines.
Yep. Don't want to shove it down your throat too much.
No. It's supposed to be a relaxing time, especially after all this COVID business.
Yeah, exactly. So we're going to end off this year. And I just like to say, what are we feeling grateful for? Because it's been such a big year. This is our last episode for 2021. We'll be back in January. You'll be overseas. Maybe I'll interview you while you're overseas.
Oh, yeah.
You can be in the snow and I'll be here. JC's heading back home to see his dad, which is lovely, and family.
Back to California.
Yes. In their winter and our summer here.
Yes, it'll be very snowy.
Yeah. But what are you grateful for 2021?
my time with you.
Like you said that.
Yes. For 21 and being with me through this whole COVID experience and being my rock.
Oh, that's nice. That's why we love you.
What are you grateful for?
Oh, what am I grateful for? I'm grateful that we have this home. With
Very
our
nice.
family, we can give ourselves a little bit. It's been a tough time for everyone. I'm not saying everything's gone perfect.
In a nice backyard.
Not everything's gone perfect. It's been tough, but I feel that we've made it through. I know it's not the end. We've still got a long journey here in
another week
Australia.
to go.
Another week to go of the year. But no, with COVID and the changes, it's going to change what we do. But I'm really grateful that we've been able to adapt. ALTA Fitness, our business, we've adapted. We've managed to turn a new business almost around within it.
Yes.
So we now Zoom. We've
grown,
done
we've hired
outdoors.
three
We've
new
hired
employees.
3 new employees.
Great
which is
employees.
Awesome.
Yes.
Yep. We've got a great team. Oh, I'm touching wood. We have such a great team. So happy that we've got a group of people who are very like-minded and understand us, understand our clients, and they bring their own knowledge and
energy to it.
energy. Yes, definitely energy, don't they? To our team. So I'm very grateful.
Grateful for them.
Yeah, grateful for them. And of course, we're doing ALTA talks.
Yes.
That's something new. We wouldn't have started that without COVID.
No.
So
look forward
us the
to
ability to share
2022.
further.
What are we going to do for ALTA Talks?
Oh, 2022. I have lots of plans.
Yeah.
But I'm writing my marketing plan.
I shouldn't be worried.
It's a business plan, marketing plan. Yeah. JC should be worried because I've always got him doing something new. But just watch this space. We'll be doing lots more. We've got lots of plans. We want to grow our world of ALTA Fitness, sharing what we know, because if only people had shared with us and what we knew back then that we know today, we would do better. So this is our contribution back to the world of fitness and health, to contribute via our studio and our blogs and everything else that we do. And we're going to be talking to some great people too. I've got a few people already lined up. Mish Wright is going to join me hopefully in February, March or April.
From Kota. Is that right?
Yes, from Kota, but she's also a writer, blogger, instructor. She's an amazing woman. So I'm looking forward to that. And another connection I've made with this is just my one, sorry. You've got some, I'm sure, too, with another osteo that I've made a connection with who's very like-minded and has a real passion for people's fitness, health and wellness.
Exciting.
Yeah, I know. It's exciting times ahead.
Yeah.
2022. As I say, goodbye 2021.
Yes, goodbye.
Hello 2022. Maybe that's how we'll end it off.
Yes.
All right. So we will look forward to seeing you next year. Thank you for listening to our ALTA Talks. And again, any questions, anytime.
Yes.
We're here.
Yeah. Goodbye, 21. Hello, 22.
22. And we'll say, c'est la vie. Bye.